Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope all is well on this glorious day. Bless the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be all the way glad in it. It is Saturday, June 13th, 2020. For those who might be listening in on this replay, thank you so much for listening in on the replay. And I'm not going to be long on this morning. It's Saturday. It's a big deal because why is it a big deal? Because you're alive. You got breath in your body. And there's so many things to be thankful for. And so you're on this earth with purpose, on purpose, and for purpose. And that brings us today, 14 of Catapult by Antonio Santoro. We're reading in this from Antonio Santoro's book. It is a 40-day devotional to cause the course of your conquering. So many things can change the trajectory of your life. And so we're just going to be devoted for 40 days. 40 days is a powerful number biblically. I ain't even going there on today, but it is a powerful number. And so many significant things happen with the number 40 in the Bible. On today, on day 14, we're going to talk about being a human being, not just a human doing. So many of us before Corona, caught up in the rat race of life, in the routine in life. And then in human nature, we get comfortable, we get laxed in the complacency of life. But then when God does a shift, and he does that shift, and it happened to be coronavirus, for the world to sit still, for the world to pay attention, for the world to open up their eyes to what matters, looking at your relationships, having some self-evaluation, making some improvements, and just to take note and to take notice of what matters, who matters in life. And sometimes there has to be a shaking if nothing is happening. So be a human being, not a human doing. Don't try so hard. Many a times, like I was telling y'all, we get caught up in the routines of life, meeting deadlines, being at rehearsals, church, commitments, whatever. Just allow God to unfold in your life and let God be who He is. Um, we get so caught up in performance based, and God just wants our attention. He wants us to have that intimacy, like a good father. He wants us to have that relationship, intimacy, not on a perverted way, but intimacy mean being that just have the conversation, just being with him, and not so caught up with other things that's going on. And so when we get into the Gospel of Luke, and you look on Luke 10, you see the difference between Mary and Martha. You see the contrast, and you see Mary. She was found at the feet of Jesus, and she was listening, and she was soaking in the knowledge that Jesus was giving, excuse me. But meanwhile, Martha, she got so distracted while she was serving. And so both are important. They're both important postures and figures. And Martha could have missed a lot of nuggets, that a lot of jewels, I like to say, a lot of jewels that Jesus was dropping, because she was caught up being distracted. A lot of us get distracted quite easily. We can get distracted by social media. We get distracted by certain things, and we got to pay attention to what's distracting us, because you might miss your message because you're being distracted. And it's a saying that goes, a distraction is not a distraction until they finish distracting you. I know that's a lot, that's loaded, but that could be a person, place, or thing. You have to figure out your distractions, and what is it blocking you, as far as like a goal or something. What's blocking you? What's your distractions? And be aware of it, and just take note, and make proper adjustments, because, and I say all that to say that God really wants our attention. And so, and then it says later on in Luke 10:42, it says, that's the importance of being instead of doing. But one thing is necessary. Martha has chosen the good portion, which will not be taken away from her, because she made a decision to, receive, to take notice, and to be attentive. She received her good portion. And Mary was simply a person that was being. and being in the presence, and being open to receive, being a student, listening to the teacher. We don't know everything. We have to humble ourselves, especially in the business world. Whatever, you need to be cultivated. Your relationships, you need to be cultivated. In life in general, you need to be cultivated, and someone has to teach you at times how to do a proper thing. And so she received her good portion because she listened, because she was attentive, because she didn't let this, that, and the third take her eyes off the prize. And so, which was the impartation, not necessarily gifts and things and tangibles. It's not always the tangibles, and people get that caught up all the time. But don't miss the conversation of Jesus in the midst of the chaos of life. So be still on today. Live. We, I mean, some places are restricted. Use wisdom too, y'all. Use wisdom, because yeah, it's nice to be outside, but give me, what's that old song that used to say, the old rap song, give me 50 feet. Give me 50 feet, give me 6 feet, whatever, stay in the house, do whatever you got to do. But coronavirus is still out here, guys. So live, move, and be in him. And as the world continues to be full steam ahead, let God unfold in your day. When you wake up, you should have so much gratitude. You should just be in a place of awe, because you're alive, you're well. Situations, certain environments may not be well, but you're well, simply because you're breathing, simply because you still have another purpose on the day. You're up with purpose, on purpose, and for a purpose. Live, move, get some fresh air, spend time with your kids, spend time with the people that matter to you. Do something for somebody else. Be a servant. Do something for somebody else. And it don't always have to be documented for it to be noticed. God noticed everything. Yeah, God notices everything. So you don't have to always document it and post it. We're in an age where it ain't real if it ain't posted. That's a lie. But anyway, live, move, and be in him. Be in God. Be in God. Read a couple chapters. Read, cultivate yourself. Read, not social media posts. Cultivate yourself. Be aware of what's going on in your communities. Be aware of what's going on in the world around you, because people perish for a lack of knowledge, I should say. People are perishing from a lack of knowledge. So y'all be amazing, be great, be a human being, not a human doing. He really simply wants your relationship. He wants you, not all the performance based. Yeah. So y'all have an amazing day before I get on a rant, and I'll talk to y'all soon.